or no matter what menu you're in, you can always click on the Insert tab. It brings up the ribbon to insert anything that you want, and you can see here's the same option for inserting pictures. So I'll choose Picture from File, and up comes a dialog box to let me pick whatever images I want. I'm going to use the one called Messages. I'm going to insert it. So I choose Insert, and the image is now inside PowerPoint on the selected slide. This is just my choice. I can always change it later on, but for right now I kind of like this. Now I want you to watch next to the View menu. I want you to watch this area right here as I click. Are you ready? See that? That when I unselect it, that menu option goes away, but the second I click on it, the Picture Format tab comes up. Click on it and it brings forth an entire ribbon of options for your picture. Again, there are other ways to get the same commands. That happens to be just the most obvious one, so we'll stick with that. The first thing to talk about is how to move an image. And once you have it selected, you just click and drag, and I can move it any place I want on my screen. So moving's very simple. Point, click, drag. The second thing you might want to do is resize your image. So this is where you use your little handles. You can resize proportionally, meaning it will look the same, or disproportionately, meaning it might look a little stretched. And normally you don't want to size things disproportionately, but sometimes you can get away with it and it gives you a nice look. So to resize it proportionally, I go to any corner. See how my mouse changes from a 4-sided arrow to a 2-sided arrow? Click and drag, and as I resize it from a corner, I'm resizing both sides, horizontal and vertical, and it's maintaining the proportion. The other option is to resize disproportionately, and you can get that with the middle boxes. So just to show you what happens, if I click and drag here, you can see how it's getting squished. See the difference there? Now is a good time to bring up Undo. Remember Command Z or Control Z on the Windows side? It's a great way to undo the things you just did. So if you're messing around with your image and you get really messed up, just undo it, and there's no harm, no foul. One special little handle is on the top middle. You can see it looks like a circle or a half circle. When your mouse changes to that, click and drag, and you can see how I can easily rotate my image any way that I want. Very easy to do. So that's how to resize an image. So for now, I'm just going to move it over here and resize it slightly disproportional. I think I may even resize it just a bit more. Now that's disproportional, but it doesn't look too bad. Next up is editing our image. And the one that I want to focus on is over here called Crop. This is the one you'll probably use more than any other. Click on that and notice that the handles have changed into bars. When you move your mouse and your mouse changes to match that look, you can click and drag. This does not resize. This actually hides or crops part of your image. You can see the part that's being hidden or cropped out now there. I can do the same thing from the bottom. Make sure your mouse changes. So make sure your mouse looks like what you're trying to do. Now, you can see that I've cropped out the top and the bottom. When I click away or deselect the image, watch what happens. See, I have cropped the image. I have hidden or gotten rid of those parts of my image. Cropping is very useful. It's very useful if you have an image or a picture that you really like part of it, bring it in, and crop out the unnecessary part.